live chatters and mad hatters. Today is Sunday, November 20th, 2022, 4 days before Thanksgiving, on another beautiful sunny November day in Portland, Oregon. Hey, Kevin. I don't know, I think we've had about 20 sunny days in a row. It's outrageous. Not outrageous in a bad way, outrageous in a wonderful way. Oh my God, I've been so happy. You can see the sunlight coming through the room. You can see the beautiful yellow walls behind me. Dry, clear, autumn colors, bright. How can anybody be depressed when you have this kind of weather? Hello, Hubert. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Let me see if we can get some more light on the subject. I never figured out how to make the light work on this thing. Okay, maybe I can do this. There we are. It's just been, the weather's been glorious, which has actually contributed to my better mood. Also, getting ready to go on a trip to Costa Rica 7 weeks from Tuesday, something I never thought I'd be ready for, but because I'm feeling more stable, more grounded, I'm more likely to take the chance of going internationally. Name is Saunders, hello. John Carl, hello. Jennifer, we already said happy Sunday to you. Kelly, Mata, haven't seen you before. So just to remind the newcomers here, this is the Depression Recovery Hour, every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. here on WPDX. PDX stands for Portland, right? Your friendly YouTube live video chat television station / video station, broadcasting you live from Portland, Oregon, every Sunday at noon Pacific time. In the Depression Recovery Hour, we talk about mental health recovery, exchange ideas, do not diagnose, do not treat. But more importantly, we have a community of people who show up every Sunday. Some of them show up every Sunday, others just drop in and out. But it's a community where people come together in unity. Yes, in unity, and help each other navigate the treacherous waters of depression, bipolar disorder, and anxiety. Jennifer Tiana in Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore, said Dorothy. Yes, good afternoon from Kansas. Ann C is in Oklahoma. She must be visiting just north of the border. I know my geography, boys and girls. Kansas is just north of Oklahoma. So, a couple of things. I posted a video on yesterday, Words That Heal, about release, letting go, something we all need to do as I get older and older. One day I'm going to have to release my body. And then before that, we had Flashback Friday. What was the topic? I forget. Well, I'll just have to look. It's cold in New York. It's 40 degrees here, which I don't consider cold. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're looking at Flashback Friday to see what the heck it is that I put up there. Content. And it was, living in the present will reduce your fears. That's right. Most troubles that I've had never happened to me, said Mark Twain, because I'm an old man and I've had a great many troubles, but most of them never happened because most of our troubles are due to looking into the future, seeing things that may or may not happen, and then being really freaked out because of the fear that they might happen, when in fact, most of the time they don't. Wizard of Oz was on this weekend. Nice, no stress movie. What? When I was growing up, the Wizard of Oz happened every February on national TV. What's it doing in November? Yes, I know you're visiting, friend Ann. I know you live in Oklahoma, just across the border. Anyway, has anyone seen either of those videos or watched any of them? One is the Words That Heal release, and the other is Flashback Friday, Living in the Present Will Reduce Your Fears. Let me know. Yes, The Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite movies too. I agree, Carissa D. It's classic. Burt Lahr, Buddy Epson was supposed to play the Scarecrow, but he got poisoned. And he was supposed to play the Tin Man, but he got poisoned. So Jack Haley took his place, all that dust. And then Buddy Epson was supposed to play the Scarecrow, but he didn't do it. So that was Ray Bolger. All became immortal. Mark Nichols, I think my body wants to release me. Well, hopefully not. You're probably still pretty young. Any jokes amongst you? Let me see if I can go to over here to live chat jokes. If I can find them. Whoops. Costa Rica to do. All right, I'm going to find some live chat jokes right here. I'm going to go live, Live, live chat jokes. Here they come. Well, a lot of us are trying to find restaurants to go to on Thanksgiving if we don't celebrate it traditionally. Uh, Many of them are closed, but did you hear about the restaurant that just opened on the moon? It is open. The food is great, but it has no atmosphere. Speaking of restaurants, I went to a restaurant that serves breakfast at any time, so I ordered French toast during the Renaissance. And finally, did you hear about the cannibal that was late for dinner? He got the cold shoulder. I love puns. All right. I hope you guys like those jokes. Puns, whatever they're called. As always, we like to state our goal at the beginning of this live chat. Our goal is always to get 70 people at one time, which we do every now and then. And the other thing, of course, is to get $50 in donations, which we've been doing quite successfully the last 3 or 4 times. That's only 5 $10 donations, or 10 $5 donations, or 2.5 $20 donations. As I've said many times, YouTube has changed its algorithm. Many of the channels, including mine, have had their views and revenue drop 50, 60, 70%, including my friend Noah. So we make up by depending on the generous contributions of viewers like you. Sounds like PBS. Absolutely. Public broadcasting. So, yeah, someone can start the ball rolling, as they say, anytime you want. Much appreciated. I could use some courage, a new heart, and a new brain. Yes, absolutely. Was the paint that was poison? I don't. Maybe. There was some dust, some spray. I think it was the spray paint. I'm not quite sure, but yes, something was poisonous. Hey, Mark Nichols, nice to see you. Hi, Susan Jones from Virginia. Your favorite Uncle Ebert. Yesterday was a day where I almost was completely present. I dealt with a job application, worked at the gym like a mofo, then treated myself to a nice cigar and some good food and felt myself a winner. Nice to see. Todd Nobles, nice to see you. Pulls off stage with Kane. Not quite sure what that is, but maybe it has something to do with the Wizard of Oz. Did a lot of work cleaning my office before we started, so I am a little bit tired, but I am uplifted by the sun. Evening from Spain. Hey, I just saw this amazing, now it's about Portugal, documentary on MSNBC about all these fires that happened in Portugal in 2017. If you live in Spain, you must have heard about them. Mark Nichols says, I liked your video on Friday about living in the present moment. It's such an important message. Eckhart Tolle's teachings on being present is so helpful. Yes, this great breakthrough book was called The Power of Now. What about writing a book called The Power of Then? I don't know if anyone's going to buy that book, though. Again, this is the Depression Recovery Hour. It is 12:12. Pastor Doug, waiting for the first donation to come in, and also your questions. I haven't had a single question about mental health recovery so far. Does that mean you guys are all healed and feeling great? That's nice. Oh yeah, more news about the new cat. Cyrus Wick, the cat that came to replace Bruce. He's been very skittish. He was traumatized. Here's a beautiful picture of him right here. Isn't that a handsome cat? Oh my God. Beautiful brown tabby. Look at those paws. Anyway, he's been very, very scared of going anywhere except for Joan's room. So this morning, I was waking up at 7:30 a.m. and he came in and look what he did. He just came right onto my bed and slept. Here's another picture of him. Oops, that's a picture of me. We'll try it again. Isn't that amazing? That's one hell of a nice cat, but that's my bed there. My head is out of sight, but he was sleeping on me for about an hour and 15 minutes until I finally had to go to the bathroom. Now that is a cat that's breaking out of fear and becoming more comfortable. Ever tried the cord cutting meditation technique personally, Douglas? And did you find it helpful? Yeah, I think I did a long time ago when I was trying to let go of an old girlfriend. Yeah, I think it's good to visualize a cord between you and the person you want to let go and seeing it gradually cut. LS16, Michelle. Sarahquit, yes, came into your room this morning. He's slowly getting to know you and Joan in his new home. Yes, LS16. Yes, Michelle, he is. He was definitely traumatized. He was living with two young children, like 4 and 6. Then they had a newborn, and I heard they were grabbing him by the feet and yanking him up and down. There was a dog that was there that was just grabbing him by the scruff and, running around the room with him. It was must have been a really nightmare. This is a sensitive cat. So he is what Joan calls high alert. Every time we move in his direction, he jumps up, runs away. Oh, look at these birds out here. Wonderful. So anyway, yes, but he's getting less and less traumatized. Wow. All these goldfinches coming up. That is very, very cool. Is depression worse around the holidays? Yes, especially for people who don't have families. Like me, although I have a lot of good friends. When I was a teen, I bought a friend home. We came in the house, my mom was vacuuming, singing, "If Only I Had a Brain" from The Wizard of Oz. My friend said, "I love your mom already." Yep, me too. Kelly Burns says, I came close to a total meltdown a week ago. Stress, it took everything I had. But I committed to exercise, meditation, and journaling every day. Journaling is very good. But you like to write? I was going to put that in my new audiobook, When It Hurts Too Much to Live. And of course, it pulled me out of the deep darkness. Cats and toddlers do not mix typically. Well, I guess that's what happened. So Kelly Burns, can you write to me about journaling, how it helps you? Because I want to write a chapter on it for my new audiobook. So, you know the drill. DouglasBloch@gmail.com. No, that's my website. DouglasBloch.com. If you go there, you can get a free download of my self-care activities to heal your mood chart. Here's my email right here, Kelly. Write to me and let me know how journaling has helped you. Wow. This is amazing. A bluebird, goldfinch, Robert Redbreast. I'll be right there, guys. They must be eating all my food on the front porch. See you in just a second. They have eaten all of the bird seed. Can you believe it? Sunflower seeds. I got to fill it up at the break when I stretch my legs. I can't believe it. Sunflower seeds is what they love. So, what are people going to do for Thanksgiving? Oh, yes. It's the week of gratitude. Yes, yes, yes. Every time around Thanksgiving with a live chat, I ask people to state what they're grateful for. Hey, Avocado Man, nice to hear from you, see you. So yeah, what are we grateful for? Well, I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for a wonderful house, and I'm grateful for my new cat. Again, those of you who haven't seen him yet, his name was Mr. Rick. We're calling him Cyrus after the king of Persia. Here's a really nice picture of him. right after he slept about an hour and a half on my bed. So this is the replacement for Bruce Bloch. He's very, very skittish initially, but he's warming up. He's a beautiful cat and is very gentle. Hey, Avocado Man, nice to see you. We're still waiting for our first contribution, by the way, at 12:18. Lazy Ranch says, I don't like the holidays either. However, I cook a special kind of Thanksgiving for my animals. That's your life. I mean, that's your connection. That's wonderful. Cat gets real fish. Dog eats turkey. Ravens get the carcass. Amazing. I tend to cry a lot during a hostile work environment. I don't know how to stop crying, says Jennifer. Well, it's got to be very upsetting to be in a hostile work environment. I don't know what you can do except talk to your therapist about how to cope with it or find a new job. Easier said than done. Kevin Wilson says, I have a brain, but it didn't come with directions. Yep, that's true. We got to figure it out. Grateful for music. Mark Nichols. I'm already looking forward to the days getting longer after the 21st. Absolutely. That's something to be grateful for. The winter solstice coming up in about a month. You know, the thing about loneliness on Christmas is just as pointless imagination as it was when you're heartbroken and you keep fantasizing about how happy the other person is. Michael Hobson, wow, it's been a long time. You're from somewhere in America, right? We're all very grateful for you, your books that have helped somebody else get through the dark days of depression and anxiety. Well, thank you very much. Speaking of which, here's a book that hardly sells anything, but it's my work, Magnum Opus, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood, a Body, Mind, Spirit Recovery Program on Amazon. And look what Larry Dossey says, an important contribution, valuable contribution to the millions of people who suffer from depression and to the doctors who treat them. Larry Dossey is a really, really cool person. Yeah, I've done a lot of books. Here's one, Going Through Hell, Don't Stop, Survivor's Guide, Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression, now on Audible. And thank you, Marius R. That's a beautiful name, Marius. And you are, of course, somewhere from the European Union. Thank you for the €5. 20 after the hour, kind of a late start. Better late than never, however. Thank you for that donation. Really appreciate it. Hey, Joni. The birds were flying around here like crazy, but they're completely out of bird food. So after live chat, we got to go fill them up, or I will. Not supposed to eat on camera. Someone didn't like that. I won't do it again. But sometimes I need to get some energy to talk to all you guys. Avocado Man, have ever had EMDR? No, but of course it's been around for at least 40 years. It's a wonderful technique to deal with trauma. I know a lot of people who have. Susan Jones from Virginia, how are you doing? I'm waiting for some more gratitude statements. Oh, there it is. I started journaling in 1988. It saved my life for me. There's no better way to get my thoughts out on paper. It helps me to go back and read my thoughts. Kelly Burns, can you write a little piece about that for me? I want to get somebody who, who's had success with journaling. And you mentioned some good things. I'm going to take a photo of what you just said and start the chapter with that. But it would be great. Lazy Ranch says, Cyrus is beautiful. He will soon learn to trust you. My Houdini was feral. Now he's wrapped around my neck, purring like crazy. That's good to know. Cyrus Flick was not feral. He's a house cat, never been outside the house, but he was definitely, I won't say abused, but mishandled by these young toddlers. By the way, on the information I got from the people who I got him from, it said he was born on August 30th, 2020, during the pandemic. And he's a Virgo, for all you astrologers like me. He's certainly not a Leo, man. He is not like Leo. Virgos are very kind of meek and service-oriented. I mean, he absolutely acts like a Virgo. And he loves his food. All right. Susan Jones says she tries it. And I'm not quite sure what she tried. Maybe it was journaling. Does anyone have any experience with TMS? I don't directly, but a number of my group members did. And yeah, about 67% of the time it helps either a little or a lot. Worth trying. Did I ever try debit code? Once in 1996-97 when I was a mess. It didn't really help, but I wasn't on that much. I'm now on a mood stabler called Seroquel, which has really, really been helping quite a lot. Hey, Aston, hello to you. EPAT, I'm grateful for Douglas and the support group. Yep. Well, thank you. I have no family and friends to spend Christmas, but I have my son and our 20 animals. 20 animals? Oh my God, Lacey Ranch, you need to do some sort of video about this. You are like the St. Francis of Assisi of California. Only 34 viewers, by the way, guys. Hit that like button, will you? Let's get some more viewers on here and let's get some donations. It's already 24 minutes after the hour. We have one donation from Marius R. Thank you. Carissa is lazy. She's still going strong with the music. Thank you, Carissa, says Jennifer Tiana. Sir, says Makesh CV from India. How are you? It's almost 2 a.m. here in India. Love to you. 2 a.m.? I can't be. Oh, you're 12. You must be 12 and a half hours or something ahead of us. Well, me 13 and a half hours. 13, yeah, you're 13 and a half hours ahead of us. Wow. Susan Jones, I know what you mean. It took me forever to get to a therapeutic level, says Kelly Burns. You must be talking about some sort of a medication, probably Depakote, maybe? And I'm not quite sure. I started journaling. Helps to go back and read my thoughts. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean by therapeutic level. That can't mean journaling, can you? Maybe you can. Makesh CB, nice that you're up this late in India and tuning in. This is the Depression Recovery Radio Hour or Video Hour with Douglas Bloch here on YouTube. The Healing Depression channel, been in operation since 2009. It is now November 20th, 2022, 13 years. We've been doing our thing, reaching out with our mental health ministry. Atlas says, does alcohol help with depression? Definitely not. It is the depressant. It will make you more depressed. Maybe you'll feel uplifted and euphoric initially, but you will crash. It is a nervous system depressant. And if you don't watch it, if a person doesn't watch it, you have an addiction, and that even makes the depression a lot worse. Mark Nichols, why does depression come randomly, sometimes without triggers? Because some people's brains and nervous systems are a little bit off kilter, and the brain just misfires every now and then. No particular reason, but most depression does come after triggers. Susan Jones says, would you mind saying more about getting to a therapeutic level? Kelly Burns, I'm not quite sure what Kelly's referring to, but maybe he'll clarify. It's got to be some sort of medication. Atlas, a therapist, once told me, thank you, Jennifer Tiana. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your $9.99 contribution. Well, we're up to 30% of the way there. And Jennifer, I really hope you can either get into a better work situation or somehow adapt to the negative environment. Sounds like finding another job, but maybe that's not practical. Anyway, thank you for your donation, and I really wish you the best. You know, if you want to get some prayer support, 40 people, well, we're up to the 40. Any suggestion about going to Thanksgiving with a sibling I don't like? You'll just have, before you go there, just send that sibling with light and love and just bless them. Just see that they're, you know, a child of God, a child of spirit, trying to do their best, and you know, and try not to be fooled by, you know, their personality. Ace from Ukraine, oh my God, your country has been through hell. I don't even know what's going on with that war right now, except Russia hasn't won. I don't think it ever will. How is Noah doing? As far as I know, he's doing very well. He's in school, getting a degree. He wants to, I'm not quite sure I think he wanted to go into some sort of counseling, and he's making his videos. We're in touch quite a bit. Susan Jones, I'm grateful that I'm feeling more strong and stable, but I still struggle with anxiety and depression. Susan Jones, depression recovery is a lifelong journey. Depression recovery is not a one-time event, but it is a lifelong journey. Period. So says Douglas George Bloch. Period. And everyone else. $44. We're creeping up to 50. Keep hitting that like button. Doesn't cost you a dime. Hey, so I'm responding to Susan. Yeah. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep using the tools. If you want to get a free copy of this, this is what I've been using to stay stable for the last 25 years. Self-care activities to improve your mood, physical self-care, emotional, mental self-care, spiritual connection, lifestyle habits, and social support. A free copy for you by going to my website, my personal website, douglasbloch.com. It's about using the tools. It's about using the tools of recovery, right? Using what I call the coping resources. That's how we get through day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. There is no magic bullet. And so this resource is free on my website. Healing activities chart. So go there, click download, and you'll get a free copy of that chart I just showed you. All right. So let's see what some other people say. I'm around an atmosphere that is low vibration, says Carissa. It triggers me, and that vibration can actually get stuck on me, cause depression. Well, then you have to surround yourself with some sort of light. You know, I have the robe of light prayer. I clothe myself with a robe of light composed of the love and the power and the wisdom of God, not only for my own protection, but so all those who see it or come in contact with it will be drawn to God and heal, using Mother, Father, Spirit for the utmost capacity for the coming of the kingdom on earth. Voila. I learned that from a metaphysical teacher. It really helps when you're in a low vibration. Makesh CV, hey, sir, I started watching your videos a few months back. Now I'm slowly healing and all by myself. Well, very good. That's the name of the game. What goes down must come up. So, what is my favorite image? What is my favorite symbol? Here it is. From the ashes I rise. The Phoenix bird. Oh my God. I remember it was when was it? I was living at home with my parents. It was 1983. Had a nervous breakdown in Eugene. Didn't know what was going to become of me. I was lost. I was afraid I'd have to live with my parents forever. I was 34 years old. And I met this woman, this southern woman on the beach named Jo Ellen Terrell. And I remember I was looking at the New York Times trying to get a job with Publishers Clearinghouse, and she came over to me and said, Doug, she said, you're going to rise like the phoenix. I know you're going to rise like the phoenix bird. And she was right. A good old Scorpio. Cool woman. We hung out together, and then I got the call to go back to Oregon. But she was very, 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 very helpful. You know, there are these angels that come into your life whenever you need them. Have you ever noticed that? Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open, right? For he who asks receives, he who knocks, whatever, knock and the door shall be open. Ask and receive, seek, he who seeks find, and he who knocks the door shall be open, whatever. So this woman was an angel who came to me in my hour of need. Have you ever had that? I would like to hear some personal testimony. Let's hear some testimony. I want to hear people who ran into other people who really helped them out when they were at their wits' end. Kelly Burns wants to know my suicide depression website, actually suicide prevention website, and I am working hard on converting this to an audiobook. It's taking for a while, a long time, but it is called overcomingsuicide.com. There is hope and there is help, and here are some of the image links on the first page. Reasons for help. Keep all means of self-harm away. Are you having thoughts of suicide? And what's the one over here? Oh, the most important thing. Reasons to stay alive. A little girl with a candelabra. Yeah, so here's the deal. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. People experience suicidal pain when two things happen. One, they're in a really bad state of depression, they can't get out, and two, they lose hope for the future. It's that loss of hope that will get you every single time. This is why one of my image links says reasons for hope. There are always reasons for hope. You know why? You never know what tomorrow may bring. So, Kelly Burns. The windmill my dad grew up was called the Phoenix. It burned down one day and was rebuilt. That's cool. Any tips on how to increase appetite with depression? Lost a lot of weight. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here in Oregon, marijuana is legal. Whenever I used to smoke marijuana, I got the munchies. But there must be a better way. Exercise. When you exercise, your appetite increases. Yeah, we each have our guardian angel. You're absolutely right. So, Kelly Burns. So here's the website you were inquiring about. And I want you to write me about journaling. I'm actually going to send you an email. Okay, Kelly Burns, click on that link. You'll be taken to my website. It is really, really good. Can I be diagnosed bipolar 2 without hypermania? I don't think so, but I'm not going. It's 50 people watching. Hit that like button. We got 20 more left, and also we need another donation. That would be really good. So I can't answer you how to diagnose Ahmed. I do know that to have bipolar 2, you usually have to have some sort of mania, but go to your psychologist, go to your therapist, go to your psychiatrist, and ask them. I enjoy journaling. I found it helpful. Okay, Jennifer, same thing. I want you to write me and tell me how it helps you. I do want to share this on my website and also on my new audiobook. Mata, I've had the experience and had a woman named Nancy help me in my lost and painful loneliest moment. Absolutely. Jo Ellen Terrell, the Scorpio. You're going to rise like the phoenix, she said. She was from the South. And she was right. This feels like I'm listening to one of my favorite uncle's speech. Keep going, sir. Sure. All right. Angels in the outfield. I like that. Regards, I hope all of you have a nice and peaceful Thanksgiving Day. Absolutely. Wow, you can't get your Wellbutrin refilled. Mental health services suck where you are, Lazy Ranch. Cleopatra Oatcake. Oh my God, you wrote something so cool on my website. I forget, but I really appreciate it. I need angels in my life. Yes, sir, Bob. Let's pray for them. Let's pray that Cleopatra Oatcake has angels coming to her because they're out there. If you just pray and ask, I know they will come. Theon IXX Designs. How important is sleep for depression? It's everything. The canary in the coal mine. Lack of sleep is a precursor to depression and a symptom. It is the worst. I've had insomnia ever since the sperm hit the egg and I came into a hostile world. And it has been, I'm still trying to get my sleep in order, even though the rest of my life is pretty damn good. Yes, sleep is not only important for depression, it's important for mental health in general for everybody. All right, Kelly Burns, what's your suicide depression workshop? We got that handled. Got that handled. Keep it up, Ace. Thank you so much for sharing that prayer with us. Well, it was very, very quick. I have the written version of it. And you should write me, Carissa, because you're a very cool person. A millennial, just like my goddaughter. Anyway, I want you to write me for the Robe of Light prayer. and I will be more than happy to send it to you. It's called the Robe of Light Prayer. It's an amazing prayer. And there you have it. $10 for Kelly Burns, one of the great live chatters. We should. I'm going to call this the Kelly Burns Show. Thank you for the love suggesting with my sibling I don't like. That is difficult for me, but I know it works. Absolutely. You know what you're supposed to do? When someone's done you wrong, you're supposed to close your eyes and wish the best will happen to them. That is exactly the opposite of what human nature is. Like, revenge, get even. But you know, I say in a future short, you should watch my shorts, by the way, having resentment or hatred to somebody else is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. I'll say it again. Not forgiving, holding on to a grudge, holding on to hatred is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's just the opposite. Anything you put out negative comes back to you. So love your enemies. That's what Jesus said. Yeah, easier said than done, but we don't really have a choice. When seeking revenge, dig 2 graves. That's very good. Thoughts become things. You're right. Oh, I love that. Your videos and live streams have actually supported me during some of my very hard times and feelings. Well, thank you so much. I love thoughts do become things. You're absolutely right. That's great. Jared S. is on the line. Oh my God, his jokes are the best. Tell me what part of the country. I think you're somewhere in the Midwest. And where is Jared S? Oh, the woman I was dating who works selling countertops dumped me. She said I took it for granted. Now, Jared S, you can do better than that. That is an absolutely... Anyway, it's actually not too bad. You have to tell me where you get these. They're always very, very good. Always. You know, you pop up here every now and then and give me 1 or 2 really, really good puns, which I'm going to photograph. Took me for granted. I love those kind of plays on words, don't you, Jared S? It is 40 minutes after the hour. We are 2/3 of the way into our live chat, but only 35% of the way, or 1/3 of the way towards our goal of $50. Last week it did very well. It's Thanksgiving time. If you want to show your gratitude to this channel, you know, send us a few shekels. In the meantime, I'd like you to say again to the rest of the live chatters what you are grateful for. Is it your health? Is it for having a roof over your head? Is it for your relationships and the love in your life? Is it for the creativity? Is it the fact that you actually have you're breathing? I used to live in Houston, Texas. Now I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. Isn't Asheville kind of a cool, kind of new agey, kind of hippie, kind of an alternative place? I think it is. Definitely better than Houston, Texas. My father is very physically and emotionally abusive. This sibling is exactly like him and is a real trigger for me. He must be. Well, I don't know. Are you seeing a counselor? You got to find some way of protecting yourself psychically. You know, I'm sure this guy's not going to, mess with you at Thanksgiving, but still, you must have trauma just thinking about him. Although I'm uncomfortable at work, I'm grateful for my job. But that's good. If you keep expressing gratitude for your work, Jennifer Tiana, it might even start to turn around. You love in Houston? You love it? Yeah, you should. The Astros just won the goddamn World Series. Beat my Yankees. You are grateful for your cat, Sasha. Sasha is a really cool name. It's a Russian name, isn't it? Cleopatra, okay, what's your real first name? You don't have to tell us, but I'd be curious. Anyway, I love your YouTube name. I already told you that. All right, Todd, can I borrow your shovel? All right. Susan Jones, I wish I had more people in my life, but I'm very grateful for the people that are in my life. That's absolutely true. Be grateful for what you have and it will expand. Sir, is it good to sleep with white noise music? Yes, I do it all the time. Wish them the best, bless you instead of F you, alchemy for the win. Carissa D, you are a very conscious young person. Alchemy for the win. I love that. I'm gonna take a photo of that. All right, those people who are journaling, and getting some value, please, please, please email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. Really would appreciate it. So let's hear from some other folks. What are you going to do for Thanksgiving? Lazy Eye Range is staying at home feeding her animals. Kelly Burns is going to an uncomfortable situation with his family. I'm going to see my godson, who I love to bits, was at his birth and is a major mentor for him. Grateful to me and everyone here. Thank you, Jennifer. How to snap out of self-pity. Favorite Uncle Hubert. Talk about what you're grateful for. Grateful for the group, says Kelly Burns. Grateful for my cat Sasha. Great name. Hey, Cleopatra. I don't know how long you've been following us, but we had a wonderful cat named Bruce, and unfortunately he passed away in September 2021, but here's what we got. A beautiful cat named Cyrus, named after the great king of Persia. His original name was Mr. Wick, so we just call him Cyrus Wick. And here he was this morning for the first time sleeping on my bed. That big lump under him is my body under the covers. So, if you love cats, you love Cyrus. I'm sitting in my car and I'm super grateful for it. Well, that's great. Thoughts become things. I'm grateful for that I have a car myself. All right. Kelly Burns, we are all here. I find that Sunday comes so fast. It's something to keep looking forward to, and that means you have a reason to keep on going. Yes, that's what we all need something to look forward to. Pre-planned escape plans. Yes, when you're in a situation you don't like. When you hear the bells ring, that's the angels. Yes, it's a wonderful life. All right, so people said that the Wizard of Oz was their favorite movie. I'm going to show you mine. I'm grabbing it right now. In the meantime, only 2 donations. Come on. Thanksgiving is a time of abundance. Let's have a little abundant sharing here if we can, but let me go ahead and get this little thing to show you. So here's my favorite movie of all time, not even close. It's a Wonderful Life. There's Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. Oh my God, what a gorgeous angel she was. And there are the 3 children, including Zuzu, grabbing him around the neck. I saw that woman when she was about 50 doing a tour. So this is about a guy who thinks nothing of himself, spends his whole life giving to others. He gets in a really tough situation. He's about to go down, and all the good that he does comes back to him. That's a metaphor, right? Cast thy bread upon the waters, and it shall come back to you after many a day. Book of Proverbs. So, does anybody else like that movie besides me? It's a Christmas movie, but I thought I would show it to you right now. It's your favorite movie? Get out of here. Why? It's a lot of people's favorite movies, Carissa D. It's become a classic. What about Bob? Oh, I love that movie a lot. I even recommended it last time, but it's not my favorite movie. It's one of my favorites. That advice on revenge is great. I hold a lot of grudges. It makes me feel miserable. The poison bit was a great... Well, yeah, that's not nothing is new under the sun. I just got that from somebody else. Oh, Uncle, I laughed at myself this morning for a minute. I was doing self-pity. I said, pity, pity. Party of one, like I was hostess calling out a table that was ready. Even having somebody to stand on the phone to support me through the event helps. Yes, absolutely true. Yes, having people on the phone when you're going through a tough time is wonderful. My brother is a narcissist who bullied me when we were young. Now I live 1,500 miles from him. He's disowned me. It hurt at first, but now I'm grateful I don't have to be around him. My brother is a wonderful human being. I'm so glad I had a good brother when hearing these stories. I'm grateful for my brother. I really am. He's an amazingly smart and kind human being. All right, I'm going to have somebody explain that joke. I love Julian Stewart, wonderful actor. Harvey is another great one. I identify with his character in that one. I've never seen it. Jairus, a cannibal took my girlfriend to a Russell Crowe movie, The Gladiator. No, I really miss her. That one I don't get. A cannibal took my girlfriend to a Russell Crowe movie. Is that what he starred in? But I don't make the connection. Oh, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, one of your favorite songs, one of the greatest songs ever written. You still never watched the entire film? What are you waiting for? Glad he ate her. Glad he ate her. Oh my God. Horrible. Absolutely disgusting. I'm curious, what's your favorite food or meal? Oh, I was raised on Italian food in New York City. Come on. Even though I'm Jewish, one of my best friends were Italian, and the Italian food in New York was superb. I like all food. Is it possible to not like It's a Wonderful Life, Cleopatra? Okay, I don't think it is, although I'm sure some people won't like it. Oh, sorry about that, Susan Jones, about growing up in an abusive family. It's really tough to get over. You know, trauma is one of the basic precursors of depression. Why are athletes heavier than prisoners? The pros outweigh the cons. God. Let's collide. Thank you for your $9 donation. At least where our 9 and 10 is 19 and $24. Well, only halfway to our goal, but I really appreciate it. I want to know where you get these horrible jokes, Jared. The pros outweigh the cons. That gladiator joke was absolutely horrendous. But I like the pros outweigh the cons. I'm gonna take a picture of that also. But I'm sure my videographer will hate that joke. I gotta find it, however. Jared, where are you? Oh yeah. It's really contrived, isn't it? But still, it's so contrived, but it's so weird. It's so wonderful. Oh, thank you. Making me laugh. 47 people. I guess we're not going to hit 70. Maybe a lot of people are out and doing Thanksgiving shopping. Thoughts become things. The way I'm seeing life is that some things happen to us to learn. We also must learn not to react to our feelings or emotions. Easier said than done. Yes, everything is a learning experience. Of course, there's a strong link between trauma and depression. There's a strong link between trauma and addiction. There's a strong link between trauma and a brain disorder. It's not what happens to you, it's what happens inside of you. Thank you, Todd. Gabor Mate, an amazing individual. Yeah, no, thank you. Great quote. All right. I was going to put something on here. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, 12:52, only 8 minutes left. Let's get a couple, what do you call it? What are they called? Likes. Hit the like button. We want to get a couple more people here before we go. Anyway, so, Rachel Naomi Raymond, a book called Kitchen Table Wisdom. From the book Kitchen Table Wisdom, period. Quote, "The purpose of life is to grow in love and wisdom." Period, unquote. That is the best definition of the purpose of life I've ever seen, because everything that happens to us happens for our learning, to love and to grow. That's it. That's the most precise, concise description of why we're here I've ever seen. $20, you are amazing. And you are amazing too, Todd. Just when I thought all was lost, you just pop in there with a $20 gift. Thank you so much. And by the way, if you want to do that next time, which is absolutely cool, Google takes 37% of everything that you guys give. I know it's really convenient to do it this way. But if you send money that way, you don't, or there is no fee taken out. And by the way, for your gift, Todd Noblace, I hope maybe it's Nobles. I don't even know how you pronounce your name. I would like to give you a free copy of my ebook, comma, "When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop." Period. And here it is right here, A Survivor's Guide for Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. The best thing by far I have ever written. And that's the screen, by the way, by Edvard Munch, the melancholic Norwegian painter. And if you email me, Todd, all you have to do is email me, and you will get a copy of this book. It'll be the ebook. And just put in the subject heading, "When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop," and I'll remember that it's why you're writing. So, the hour's gone by so quickly, 4 minutes left. Simon, 2018, grew up with a lot of trauma. Yeah, so did a lot of people. I just joined. I'm 59 years old, no kids, never married. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. Kids are wonderful. Family have always been quite selfish. I'm alone in a rural area, will be alone for the holidays, depressed for years, isolated, a coping mistake. Well, you can change that. You can reach out. I know you grew up in a really bad situation, but there are people, a lot of good people out there, and if you reach out in your heart, there will be people who respond to you. So I would say, take a risk, find a good therapist, start reaching out, and you can start making connections. Is that book available on Amazon? Absolutely, Lisa M. So, When Going Through Hell, Don't Stop is available on Amazon as a book, comma, an ebook, comma, and an audiobook, exclamation point. Take your pick. Thoughts become things, and it is true. Do you study metaphysics, by the way? I pray your Holly's fantastic. You're amazing and appreciate it always. And you are too. This is the first time I've ever seen you here. And I just want to say I really appreciate Thoughts Become Things and Todd stepping up at the last minute to get our $50 goal. I mean, I work really, really hard on this channel for very little reward financially. Of course, I do it because I love it. So, yeah, I mean, it's quite wonderful. You know, $50 is not a whole lot of money, but it adds up. You know, it definitely pays for my time being here, and it's just nice to have a give and take. You don't have to resend that question, Olivia Candia. Yes, my books are on Amazon. I have an author page. I have an author page on Amazon. Period. So yes, my books are on Amazon. And you're welcome to look at them. I'm in such a remote rural place. My mailbox is 3 miles from my home. Let's look it on camera, but I don't care. Anyway, so Olivia, to answer your questions. So, thoughts become things. How do you ever get that name? Because thoughts do become things. That's how things manifest. Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The second habit, begin with the end in mind. That's what creating a vision statement is like. You want to have something coming onto your life, put energy into that thought. Eventually, E equals MC squared. Energy becomes matter, right? Do we all believe that, boys and girls? Do we all believe that energy becomes matter? Right? Do we all believe that energy becomes matter? Right? Question mark. They are interchangeable. So says the great Albert Einstein. Comma, a Pisces just like me. Yes, thoughts become things. What are some of your favorite books that talk about that? I'm curious. A lot of books on that. Some in 2018, I thank you, Lazy. It's only because it really feels like it's only you, and I go days without talking and asking, getting socially and intellectually awkward. Sucks. Yeah, well, you can get around that if you start to practice. Oh, Cleopatra, I will always love your name. Kelly Burns says, I'm an isolator soon. I never would have guessed that. I have to force myself to get out there to reach out by phone. Welcome to the group, by the way. Simon 2018. Simon's a great name. So happy for you, man. This is my first time joining the live in real time, but I rewatch a lot of them for encouragement. It gives me great joy. Well, thank you. And thank you for your name. What is going on in the world is dystopian. How do you ever handle it? It's not crazy to talk anymore. I never thought I'd even see 2 of the insane things right now. Little message came on. Hey, it's 1:02. And my computer's down to 17%. Whoops. So, yes, Lisa, making connections is so important because depression wants to keep you isolated and alone. If you got a bit, feel free to give a bit. Douglas is awesome. Rise Up by Aubrey. Oh yeah, I'll be singing a song for the collective prayers. It's an amazing vibration. Yes, it is an amazing song. So, oh, TT Vids X20. Wow. How are you doing? Are you still in college? Are you still feeling a little bit better? Ah. TT Vids X20 is a great human being. Yes, Lisa M. When Going Through Hell Don't Stop is on Amazon, and even better than Amazon, well, Amazon is the author of Audible. Here is right here. An amazing Australian voice actor has read it. When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. He does an amazing job. If you go to Audible and put that name in, you can, for 5 minutes, you can listen to the introduction. You can live what's going around you, but you don't have to live in it. Wow. I wonder if I can, let me see. No, I'm going to try something. Let me go over here. I'm typing in my book on Audible, by the way. And here we are.
Introduction. Anyone who survives a test is obliged to tell their story. Elie Wiesel, author and Nazi concentration camp survivor. This is the story of one man's descent into hell. I have written it for myself and for others, as well as their loved ones and caregivers, who find themselves in a similar predicament.
This is the beginning of my book.
The inferno in which I dwelled was not an external hell. I was not lost at sea, nor was I a prisoner of war. The enemies were not out there. Rather, the prison camp resided in my own mind. I suffered from the hell of a major depression. The roots of this depression extended far back in my family history. 5 of my family members have suffered from chronic depression.
Anyway, that is the beginning of the audiobook. You can tell how good he is. He really gets into my dark energy in that amazing reading he does. So yeah, you can listen to that whole 5-minute introduction for free if you go to audible.com. Hip recovery is going well. I do have some knee problems. I'm going to have a knee replacement. We'll go into that next week. Yeah, very powerful, Carissa. It is. He reads it very powerful. All right. Well, I went 7 minutes over the hour. Just wanted to see if share that with you, the first couple of minutes of my audiobook. Thank you all for all your support. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for being here. I like what you say, Todd. I can live with what's going around me. I don't have to live in it. And let's see how many people we finally ended up having in the 49. It's okay. In the meantime, thank you for being here. Oh, yeah. I love studying the subconscious mind. Mainly, I got my name via tuition. Think and Grow Rich, of course, a great classic. Frederick Dodson's books and The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Absolutely. Yeah. You should read the books of Emmett Fox, by the way. Thoughts Become Things. He'll really blow your mind. If you want to talk about New Thought. Okay, so I wish you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Remember, write down something you can all be grateful for. We can all find something. And, we're grateful that America is a very, well, for those of us who are here, it's a very flawed place, but it is also a very great place. So he has a wonderful voice, of course. That's why I played it for you. So have a strong and safe and peaceful week. Support each other. You'll be on the air with each other for 5 minutes. Go to Audible, type in "When Going Through Hell Don't Stop," and listen to his 5-minute introduction. It is absolutely insanely good. The whole book is that way. And just to give it away, the whole book is free on my YouTube channel. Absolutely. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. See you next Sunday.